What's up, YouTube? This is Roy, and I'm bringing you my deck profile of my Ninja Inzektors, or ninzektors. Um, I've been trying it out, and so far it's been running good. I'm trying to find a permanent, Inzektor build that's speedy and consistent at the same time. And so far this is holding out. I still have two other builds to decide between: the clear water and insect imitation, or pure breed. So I'll just get back. I'll just get right into the profile. Start off. Your main monster is Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. He is like the. He's like a foolish burial for my Inzektors. Use him, activate his effect, pull a trap. You know what he does. But I target the trap that allows him to transform into an insect, not a dragon. Then, I have my Inzektor lineup. Ladybug, Hornet, the three centipedes. Then I have the three ladybugs. I play two Hopper. I like Hopper a lot. He's kind of a beater, 1700. I don't use him for his second effect to apply direct battle damage, but I mainly use him just to pull Hornet from the grave to pop stuff. He's an extra popper. His effect does come in handy sometimes. I like two, just because, 4 stars, pretty easy to do things with, especially with the 4-star or 4-rank exceeds and stuff and whatnot. One Mantis. Mantis at 1 is fine. Two drawing into 2 is not cool. Sometimes it would be, as long as I have an Inzektor on the field. If I don't, not good. I run 2 Velar. I like Velar over Max C. At the right times, you go ahead and discard Velar, and you stop your opponent from possibly an OTK, or you stop him from setting up for his nuts, or his attack in that turn. You possibly postpone it if you have the right monster to take out the monster that's still on the field. It helps out. It's very, very good. I run Armageddon Knight, Foolish Burial for Hornet, or whatever I need in the grave. Spirit Reaper, he's amazing in this deck. Really great wall, really hard to get over. And I play Dad. Dad. We manipulate the graveyard. Sometimes I run into him and I really hate it. But sometimes, I run into him, I have 3, or I'm able to manipulate it to have 3 darks in the grave. And, I bring him out. But a lot of times when I'm siding against opponents, I usually side him out for cards to be brought in. That's my monster lineup. Next weekend I'm going to be getting card Ds, because, they run in the deck really good. Extra draw power, and, it's just a really good card, especially in this deck to speed it up more. And I'm also going to be getting Insect Imitation and Clear Water. The Clear Water magic card that runs well with Inzektors. That's from my monster lineup. Now we'll go ahead and go into the spells. I play Reinforcements of the Army. If I don't have Hanzo in my hand, I go into this, bring him into my hand right away. If I don't have any set up Inzektors in my hand to go off or anything, go into Hanzo and, create plays. That's what Hanzo does in this deck. I play 3 MSTs for that back hate. I don't like backboard whatsoever. I like having my opponent, vulnerable to direct attacks or me popping his monsters. I also play 2 Pot of Dualities. Pot of Duality doesn't really stop me too much The only really time that, I special summon is with Dragonfly, and he's only at 1, so it's not that big of a deal. It helps me, get cards I need for the hand, set up plays and whatnot. I play 2 swords, Excaliburs, and they're comboing with Dragonfly, MST, things like that, just to go off and add cards to my hand with Centipede, or special summon cards to the field with Dragonfly. The staples: Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, and Foolish Burial. Common staples in an Inzektor deck. You can't really run Inzektors without a Foolish Burial, because then how you're going to get Hornet to the graveyard? It's really hard. It's possible, but hard. Then for the traps, of course, to help out Hanzo, to Ninja Art Transformation. This is the trap card that allows you to pull insects onto the field, instead of the super one where it targets dragons and whatnot. This just targets my insects. And I actually believe they're actually different, but it's cool. They're the same card. They do the same thing. 2 bottomless trap holes. Solemn Warning went to 1, so in order to help you with those special summons and your opponent normal summoning, gotta run 2 of these. You don't, then you're stuck with just 1 Solemn and a Judgment. 3 Threatening Roars. They help out so much in the deck. Threatening Roar, it's really safe to have in your back row, and you having a Dragonfly out on the field. It's like, come and attack me, and your opponent starts doing some shenanigans, you go ahead and activate, and they can't attack, and they gotta use effects to pop your Dragonfly off the field, which can make them use up some resources, or stall for your next turn and just start popping things again. 2 Call of the Haunted. 3 kind of runs a little cluster. It kind of slows me down in a hand. I wouldn't really want to draw it unless I have the right Inzektors in the graveyard. But 2 is fine to get off combos. Solemn Judgment and Warning, you know what they do. You know how good they are. A Mirror Force and 1 Torrential. I'm thinking about putting 2 and messing around with the deck, but I really want to play 2 to help if I don't have the correct cards in hand and I don't have a field. I'm really wanting to main 2 so I can stop my opponent from getting over me on having cards on the field and making pluses and making it hard for me to do any kind of comebacks. That's it for the deck. Now for my extra deck, I don't really have a huge extra deck put together because I'm not that kind of player that usually uses ladybugs with centipedes. I usually go for Hornet, the obvious plays, but in tight spots and I need to, I do exceed. Acid Golem helps out a lot, except for the special summoning, but it's whatever. Zen Mains, Giga Brilliant, Ultimate Giga Brilliant. Giga Brilliant helps out with OTKs, boosting your monsters up to 300, by 300 and just smacking them in the throat. Leviair for those decks that likes banishing your Dragonfly or a Hornet, you get them back. Leviathan, being able to help out with some combo plays in the grave. Utopia for the 4-star hoppers, and Armageddon Knight, if I get stuck with him in my hand, or, possibly make level 4s with Ladybug. I played Tyrus. I still need to get Adrius, but Tyrus is a lot better than Adrius. Tyrus, of course, I go into kind of often. Really badass, rank 5, one of the best. I play Chimera Tech. For anybody who's still playing Gear Gia or, the Konoichi ninjas or whatnot. And so you already know I side in Cybers. So Basically, my extra deck is, I play 2. I don't know where my other Cyber Dragon is. Dust Tornado for back row hate. Gotta grab another Max C, but Max C. Mind Crush for those damn mermills. Dimensional Fissure for those damn mermills. And, wind-ups and whatnot. And, Fossil Dyna. Awesome card. Awesome side card. Really good against a lot of decks that likes to, special summon and, if they already have a field full, set them and let them go ahead and attack. They're all going to be gone. So that's basically my profile of my Ninja Inzektors. Next weekend, I said again that I'm going to be getting card Ds, the insect imitations, and the Heart of the Clear Water to try those out, and try to see which build is more consistent and which one isn't. But this is it. Hope you like. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and thanks.